Okay, so what we'd like now is just the examples. So I'm gonna work these. If you don't want to work them, if you're already awesome at these, and hoo-ah. If not, then let's work them together and we'll get awesome, okay? So number one, we're always gonna solve for x on the left-hand side. So to do that, we always move the man who stands alone. So we'll subtract 11 from both sides, which is going to give us 5x is less than 15. To undo this multiplication, we always divide, which is going to give us x is less than 3. And then next we put it on the number line. Draw our number line. We have 3. If we draw this way, we know that our x goes here. And if we equality symbol, we know there's going to be brackets on both sides because this is negative infinity. Our answer. I'm not going to write the steps for each one because you guys can just look up here and see. So number 2, once again, we're going to move the man who stands alone, which is going to leave us 2x is less than 12. Divide by 2. Play again. All right. This one is a little different. Before we do everything, we have to distribute to get rid of our grouping symbols. So let's distribute our negative 3 into both of those. That'll give us 2x minus 11 is less than negative 3x minus 6. Now we can move our x's to the left-hand side and our constants to the right. So if we add 3x to both sides, 2 steps this time instead of 1, okay? That's going to give me 5x minus 11 is less than negative 6. Then we add 11 to both sides. 5x is less than 5. Guessed it, we would divide both sides by 5. So that's going to give us x is less than 1. We're going to go to the left, and it is going to be parentheses. Seems to be the theme on this page, doesn't it? Infinity. All right. Again, let's change colors first. Let's distribute this to get rid of our grouping symbols, okay? So 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times a negative x is a negative 5x. And they're equal to 3x minus 1. So now we can get our x's on the left-hand side, constants on the right. Let's do that. So we'll subtract 3x. It's going to give us 15 minus 8x less than or equal to negative 1. And let's subtract 15 on both sides. So what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. These cancel. To negative 16. Divide by a negative 8. And you guessed it, when we divide by a negative, we are definitely going to reverse the inequality symbol. Okay, these are going to cancel, so that's going to leave us x is greater than or equal to 2. And we'll just put that on the number line. This way, but when we look at it, we see it's greater than or equal to, so we know it's going to be a bracket. this way, so it's to the right. All right, number 5. 1 minus x over 2 is greater than 4. So let's subtract this 1 and move him over first. Two is less than 3. Okay, I think I'm finished. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we want to get rid of this 2. So let's multiply both sides by that. Let's do a -2. That'll get rid of that negative. How about that? So then that will cancel that. This negative sign will cancel with that. So it's going to be x is, we have to reverse this inequality sign, remember, because we multiplied by a negative. So this is going to be, there we go, negatives. Because anytime you multiply by a negative, you have to reverse. Multiply or divide by a negative, you have to reverse the symbol. So, all right, so now we're going to put that on a number line. -6. Let's see which way we're going. It's going this way this time. Infinity. And we see it's going to be a parenthesis. So always a parenthesis with an infinity. And we have -6. So that would be our answer. Number 6 is a lot like number 5 in that we're going to subtract the 7 to start with. So let's subtract 7 from both sides. But to be able to combine this, we have to have a common denominator. So to do that, we want to multiply this by 5 over 5. And we do that because that's written in the form of 1, because anything divided by itself is 1. Okay? So this is going to be 4/5 x is less than, we just bring this down, 3/5. And 7 times 5 is 35. And then 5 times, this is like over 1. 5. So if we do that math, we're going to just bring this down again, -4/5 x. And then 3 minus 35 is going to be a -32/5. We want x by himself. So we would multiply this by its reciprocal. And if you'll remember, the reciprocal is just flipped, right? So I'm going to do this in a different color. Just flip him. What we do to one side, though, we always have to do to the other, right? So we'll cancel. And that's going to give us, right, 5 and 5 will cancel, 4 and 4 will cancel the negative. So that's going to give us x. When we multiply by a negative, what do we have to do? That's right. Reverse. Reverse that inequality symbol. Pink. So 5 and 5 will cancel. So will these negatives. And 4 goes into 32 8 times. So x is greater than 8, okay? Let's put him on the number line. You know, x is greater than 8. Goes into infinity. We look right here. Our answer. answer. That was kind of tricky with the fractions. Let's do some compound. The only difference with compound is what we do in the middle, we have to do on both sides, okay? Nothing new really, just one more step. So we're solving for x in the middle, okay? Do operation on 3 sides. All right, so we always move the man who stands alone, so we're going to subtract 5, but we do it to all 3 sides. 7 minus 5, that's going to cancel. 11 minus 5. Okay. So now we put that on a number line just like we always have. 2, we have a 6. We know that x is in the middle, and we look at our signs. Remember, we have to look at both signs because these aren't copied and pasted. They're both parentheses in this case. So that would be our answer. Okay? Do this one now. Move the man who stands alone. Six plus 4, -2. Bring your sign down, these cancel, so our x is in the center. Bring our sign down. 1 plus 4 gives us a 5. Number line. -2. 5, x is in the middle. This one's going to be a parenthesis, right? This one's going to bracket. Good job. Absolute value. First thing, remember, isolate. Well, he's by himself, so we're good. Tick. Second thing, draw bars. This one's less than or equal to, so we're going to compound. It's 4. Okay, so we're going to drop the bars. X plus 3. We just use the same sign, copy the sign, -4. Okay? Now, just like before, up here, we're going to solve x in the middle, do the same operation on both sides. Just the same thing, nothing complicated. Subtract 3. I mean, like, don't make it harder than it is, right? Okay. These cancel. -4 minus 3, -7. Bring your sign down. X is alone in the middle now. Bring your sign down. 4 minus 3, 1. Now we're going to put it on the number. X is in the middle. That's a negative, by the way. Sorry. Okay. We look here. Don't have to look at 1 because we copied and pasted, right? Right on. So that one is a bracket, so we know that one's going to be a bracket. So bracket, -7, 1, bracket. Okay? Very good. I think we have one more. Yes. And I'm going to draw this on here because this is supposed to be absolute value. My bad. So, learn throughout the course of this, I am not the best, typist. I don't know what that's called. I don't know what the word is. Maybe typist, but anyway. All right, so it's absolute value again. So it's already isolated, right? So we're going to drop bars. Compound. Plus minus 17. So let's do it. You ready? It's 5 less than 17. Let's just solve it. Minus 5. Put it on the number line. You just have to look at 1, right? Because copy and paste it. Right on. So parenthesis, negative 22 over 3, 4. Haven't done before, so let's just do it together. So all of this is inside the absolute value. So we have to simplify it inside, okay? So first thing we're going to do is remove the grouping symbols. Absolute value, 3x minus 3 plus 2 less than or equal to 20. Absolute value, 3x minus 1 less than or equal to 20. Now we have our absolute value, and it is isolated. Less than or equal to, so what do? That's right, drop bars. Compound, good. Plus minus 20, awesome. So drop of bars, 3x minus 1 less than or equal to 20. This is greater than or equal to negative 20. Beautiful. Now we just solve, yeah? What you do to one side, you do to all 3 now. 19, 21. Absolutely, divide by 3. What you do to 1, you do to all. So it's going to be negative 19, 3 less than or equal to x, 7. Okay, now we put that on the number line. We sure do. We look at our sign, copied and pasted, so we only have to look at 1. And it's a bracket, sure enough. I feel like y'all professionals. Not too bad when you do a bunch of them. And then you got homework too, so y'all are going to seriously be super good. Okay, first step. So you're going to see that that's the theme, right, of this course. So we got to isolate. That's right, it's multiplied, so we're going to divide by negative 3. But when we divide by a negative, we have to reverse. Oh, why did I write it right there? Hang on a minute. Got this magic white out too. Thank goodness. So it's going to be the absolute value of x plus 7 equals 9. Okay? Now, or simplified so we can just rock it on out, right? What are we going to do? Compound it. I should have made that greater than. Dang. Okay, we're going to compound it. Negative 9 less than or equal to x plus 7 less than or equal to 9. Subtract 7. Negative 6. That's right. Excellent job. Okay, I think y'all are good on 1.7 now, so I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and do your homework. If you have any questions, please holler at me, email me, hit me up through Nectar, office hours, or we could do Zoom, whatever you want, okay? I'm here to make your college algebra experience easier and fun, so here I am. Use me to do that, okay? All right, have a great day.